Hey everyone, it's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, Relax.Cut.Glue. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. So I'm really excited for a new week of playing in my glue books. I'm starting off the week playing in my color glue book. I fussy cut out a few things over the weekend. One of them being these French fries, and I wasn't sure where I wanted to put them yet, so I'm just kind of flipping around. I have a movie on. I'm watching Basic Instinct. It is one of my go-to movies that I watch while I'm crafting. Don't ask me why. I just really love the movie. I think it's awesome, and I love Sharon Stone. So I have that movie on. My neighbor was making a bunch of noise outside, and yeah, I just decided to put on a movie, kind of block out that noise, and just get to gluing. I did glue a little bit, I believe, on Friday in here, so you may notice a few new things. I saw this quote, and it said, I can't remember exactly, I should have written it down, but it might have actually been in a video I was watching. Somebody said, I can't remember right this moment, but it said something to the effect of, when you're doing things that you love that also happen to be your job, sometimes the things you love aren't as fun because it feels like it's work. And that kind of resonated with me because I love arts and crafts. I mean, I've loved them my entire life. My whole life revolves around craftiness. And sometimes I feel like when I come into my craft room for my own crafting, not filming, I tend to feel really guilty for not filming what I'm doing, and I should not feel that way. I glue book for my sanity, for fun, to help ease my anxiety, and I can't not do that because I feel guilty for not filming it. And you know, I have an anxiety disorder, and everything I do makes me feel guilty. And so I need to stop that. So I actually forced myself, not forced, but I reminded myself that it's okay to glue by myself without any interruptions, without filming it, without explaining what I'm doing and stuff like that. So I did that, and I was really proud of myself. It was hard, but I needed it. I needed to just craft for myself. And that's why I take the weekends off. I take Saturday and Sunday to spend with my family and to craft for just me if I want to, or not. Maybe usually on the weekends I'm resting because the work week totally wipes me out. And I push myself pretty hard, not too hard, but I do push myself, you know, to spend time with my family and, you know, get up and make dinner every night and just, you know, all the things that a lot of people don't have problems doing, but I do because of my illnesses, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, I digress. So I cut out these little grapes, and what else did I cut out that was really cute? I cut out a few things today. I do plan on working on several glue books this week, not just one glue book the whole week. Last week I worked on the color glue book for 3 days, my reporter glue book, and then also my Reader's Digest glue book, and I plan on kind of switching it up every day. I realize that not everybody works, well, how do I say this? I guess not everybody wants a full week of color glue book videos. There are a lot of you that would love that, but you know, I want to be fair to everybody. So my color glue book is getting really, really fat. It is, it is a beast. Yeah, I don't know. This is a long project. If you don't like big books or long projects, don't make your color glue book in a composition notebook, because you're basically filling up 100 pages. So it's a lot. It is a lot. So keep that in mind. You can always make them smaller. And I went through some People magazines, and I cut out some famous people. I have Cher right there. Had to put her in there. I almost passed her up, but she was wearing all black, and I'm like, oh, come on. She's iconic. I have to put her in my glue book. I tend to look for funny images, interesting images, images that I don't see on a regular basis, you know, things like that. And before this video, sorry, my nose is super itchy. I pulled out a bunch of magazines that were given to me that had been in a garage, I think. And I don't normally get allergies very much. But anyways, I had gone through these magazines before, so they were in my stash of used magazines to kind of look for a few more things. But it's made me like my allergies funky. It's making my nose itchy. I cut out a bunch of words, I cut them out of magazines. In my video, I went through everything I cut out and I was going to show you guys, but in a voiceover, it was kind of hard. Basically, what I was going to show you, and you can see, I think in the beginning of this video, a pile of magazine images that I need to fussy cut. When you're looking for items for your color glue book, don't discount words that are in that color. I tend to cut out a lot of words that are in the color that I need or want for my color glue book. Another thing where I find really good quotes, sayings, and or words and images is like advertisements for things. And the reason being is they're trying to catch your attention so you buy their object. And it works for me because I'm not buying the object, but they are catching my attention with their funny words or pictures. And those are the ones I tend to cut out the most because they're the most interesting. So just something to keep an eye out for. I even cut out, like, there's a green box and the whole advertisement was, it's for irritable bowel syndrome. I don't even care. It's a green box and I'm putting it on there. People have IBS all the time. It runs in my family. Too much information, I know, but that is, that's what I do here. Too much information. So I'm getting really excited that this book is almost full. It's kind of nice to not work on it day after day after day and kind of put it aside and work on something else. I had so much glue on my fingers. This is still wet, my sponge from the weekend. So what I tend to do is before I start gluing, if it needs more water, I'll add just a little bit of water on there. But there's like hardly any water in the dish. I basically just get the sponge wet. But I'll flip it over and then the water that was on the bottom of the sponge then seeps down to the top of the sponge. And so, yeah, I've been finding that works really well. I've only had to add a little bit of water. I'm talking like a tablespoon twice. That's it. The whole time I've been using this. What have I been using it now for over a week? So that's pretty cool. The water just kind of stays in there. I'm so glad I covered up that yellow page. Oh my goodness, it was driving me nuts. I know I did see some comments where people were like, just glue over it. And I couldn't. And the reason why I didn't just glue over that page, and I'm sure it's frustrating for some people, but we're all different in our own way. But the main reason why I didn't is because that was actually what happened is I had glued down a sticker that came out of a sticker book. But what I didn't realize was that it was a sticker and it was very puffy and it wasn't, even with strong glue, wasn't really adhering very well. And then I decided to peel it up and that's when I realized I glued the backing of the sticker, which was very cardstocky type material, to the page, and that's what was causing the problem. And unfortunately I didn't realize until I'd already peeled off, a big chunk. Otherwise I would have tried to save the sticker itself. But yeah, so I ripped that off and I did glue down that other image instead. That says roses are red. So anytime I also see a word, that is a color. So when I was harvesting this morning, I found, several words where it said blue and it wasn't in the color blue, but it says blue. So I'm going to put that on my blue page. I cut those out as well. And I went through, and if you go to Google and put in free catalogs or whatever, there's several websites that will have like list of catalogs that you can order from. So I went through and I ordered a bunch of catalogs. So when I get those in, I'll show you guys. So I'm just going to go through right here and do a quick flip, and then I'll be done with the video. I hope you guys have a fabulous day and have a good start to your week. Don't forget to drink water, and I hope I inspired you in some way. Until next time, bye.